Tony's Kitchen was set up here in Morgan Hill to be able to be a commercial bakery that is wholesale and also a blending facility for Tony's OatMEAL. And my OatMEAL is a high protein meal solution, and what's unique about it is that it's a complete meal, so it's blended with 22 grams of protein and complex carbs and healthy fats, and it keeps people really full and fueled for hours. So I designed it as a nutritionist and a health advocate to be able to regulate blood sugar. So it does take a long time to metabolize, and it keeps you fuller for longer, and it's designed for people who have this very grab and go lifestyle, so people that lead very busy lives. There's really nothing like it on the market, and I think the trend in our society now is to try to find convenient foods that are healthy, and that's the challenge. I came up with the concept about 7 years ago, and it was because I was sick. I survived a serious illness, and I had a very dear friend here in Morgan Hill who had passed from pancreatic cancer. So I started going down this journey of reinventing myself. And a part of that process was to put together comprehensive ways and tools that I could implement in my life to be able to make sustainable lifestyle changes. And so the reason that I developed this was initially for myself. I wanted something with 4 children and being self-employed. I needed to find ways to find healthy meals quickly. So I started formulating this. It took about 4 years to formulate it. It took a long time to get it off the ground because my father is terminal and I've been helping him as well. So it's really been a challenge, and it's something I'm very passionate about, because it truly is a solution in people's lives. When you think about the obstacles that people face and the problems they have, if you can imagine going off to work one morning and you don't have breakfast but you have an early meeting, or the mother that's shuttling her children to school and she doesn't have time to put together a healthy breakfast for them, or kids you're trying to get to soccer practice and they're going to do sports and they don't have an option as far as finding healthy solutions. So I think there is a tremendous need to have these options available to people. Actually, several other business ventures I have in the works. I have a book called Bite Me, Change Your Life One Bite at a Time, and that's really designed to help people learn how to start making those changes. So if they say, I don't know where to start, I've been on diets, I have health issues, my lab reports are coming back with high cholesterol, where do I start? It's a great place for people to start. So I have the book. In addition to that, I have a blog on my website, and that gives people access to free information where they can learn about what they can start doing to make good changes. There's information about vitamin D, there are recipes, healthy recipes as far as detoxifying and smoothies and things like that. I also have a business where I offer a lifestyle program. It's called the Life Changer, and I go into corporations and I help teach employees how to make those sustainable changes. I also roll that out to small groups as well, in the general public. And then in addition to that, I have a fitness program, and that's in San Jose right now, and it's been going on for about 7 years. And I help women, particularly between 40s up until, if you can imagine, I have a woman in her 70s, and we do very personalized, low-impact personal training. So I also have a training certification. So essentially, I've designed all these different pieces to help people, give people the tools that they need. So it's very comprehensive. Well, Morgan Hill is very near and dear to me, not just because I went to junior high and high school here, but I have some family here still, and I am very connected with a lot of the people that I went to school with, and it's interesting because we still are very supportive and do business together. And in addition to that, the commute is great. I commute from San Jose, so it's a reverse commute, so I'm not bogged down in all the Silicon Valley traffic. And then the city was so easy to work with. I heard that they had been, And I think the benefit of being in this kind of smaller town community, and even though it's very sophisticated, it still has a very small town feel, is that I was able to go into the city of Morgan Hill, work with Edith Ramirez and Ken DeLuna, and it turns out he was in my class in high school. They were just very, very accommodating, easy to work with, and that was probably the simplest part, was in streamlining the whole building process. When you are starting a business venture in Morgan Hill, one of the most difficult things to do is to open a restaurant or open a food company. There are so many restrictions, and so they really helped step us through that process. And also just Morgan Hill is just a fabulous place. It's beautiful, the people are kind here, it just has that small town feel, which I really love. I grew up across town riding dirt bikes in the mountains and building balsa wood airplanes, and it was a very different place. We had one grocery store and we had one theater and lots of fields, and you either rode horses or you rode motorcycles. And so it's very different from that now. I think the city has put a lot of time and attention into developing and making the downtown area really beautiful. And I think it's very food-centric. I think there are a lot of innovative companies here, and I think it's a very productive, supportive environment to be in. Tony's Kitchen, and that would be me primarily. I'm fairly involved, and I've been a native of San Jose all of my life, and I have typically gone into high schools primarily, and also some of the elementary and junior high schools, and I offer workshops. And for example, at Valley Christian for a few years I would teach 500 kids how to order food healthily at restaurants. And I would give them menus from real restaurants, and I would say order something healthy, and they would work in groups, and then I would give them the nutrition information after that. And they were astounded at how much sodium is in foods. It was very eye-opening for them. And the reason I do this is that kids have a lot of influence in their families' buying decisions as far as food is concerned. And I tell these young students who will be venturing out into college very soon, maybe in a year or 2 or 3, is that this is a pivotal time in their lives, and they can make those decisions, and pretty soon they're going to be making them on their own. So because of that, they need to learn and have that strong foundation for making wise food choices, so they don't get involved in what I call, or be a part of what I call the American decondition, which is you just go with the flow. And if we do that, eventually, we set ourselves up for disease and high blood pressure and diabetes and obesity-related issues. And I'm trying to catch these kids before they go out on their own and get on that path, which is very hard to overcome eventually.